Bumming with Bob. Let's have a few brews. Let's have some fun with the Bum Wine Crew. So kick your feet up and grab you a beer. 'Cause damn, man, I'm glad that you're here.
All right. This is Bum Wine Bob. Wait to an all-new edition of Bum with Bobcat on the Bum Wine Bob YouTube channel, and now on the new and improved My Fandom podcast network, formerly known as the Premier Podcast Network. I can't keep up with those guys over at My Fandom, but that's what the podcast network says now, so we will go with that. So, welcome. Thank you for tuning in and joining Bum with Bobcat here as we bring you the best of the worst in cheap booze, the bottom shelf, bum wine, beers, 40s, malt liquor, all the good stuff you grew up on. We cover here each and every week on the podcast. So if you're one of the new subscribers that got us over that 500 hump, thank you. And buckle up, grab yourself a drink, and get ready for an adventure because you never know where this podcast will take you. And sitting right next to me in the passenger seat is Mr. Colt 45 himself. Roadhouse is here. Roadhouse, man, how you doing?
I think I'm going to start calling myself Captain Colt 45.
Captain Colt 45. Yeah, hey, that works. Works every time.
Works every time.
Works every time. And I didn't get the new shirt on yet, but I did pick up yesterday a new Colt 45 shirt.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, found it in my travels at Kohl's for $10. I did have to go to two different stores to find it. I was at one, and they only had a small and a medium.
Okay.
And I was like, I saw it, and I'm like, okay. And then we ended up going to another Kohl's where they had a small and a double XL. So I had to spring for just a double XL. So like you can't not get the Colt 45 shirt. So it works every time. So
love it. I love my shirt. I've worn it out. I got to shop around and find me another one. It's been through the laundry too much. Now it looks vintage.
Hey. Hey, yeah, it's like, is that one of the original one of the OG shirts?
Yeah,
it's just it's gotten a lot of wear and tear on the shirts, so you can't go wrong with that. But yes, Colt 45 has been bringing us a lot of traction here on the podcast and on the YouTube channel, getting us over that 500 subscriber mark, and hopefully everybody recovered from the Manischewitz wine challenge after we celebrated 350 the last time we were with you guys for a full podcast episode. So we kind of had to do a little recovery after that, let that wine get through the system, get fully flushed out there. And when Roadhouse, he took that bottle down like a champ.
Yeah.
With the as we had here, the official time here, the 17 minutes, 14.61 seconds it took Roadhouse to drink a 750 milliliter bottle of Manischewitz wine.
Which hat tip to Josh for going out of the way without being asked or anything. It was just,
he just timed it himself. We were just like, oh shit, I don't know. We're just like spitballing. We're like, we're not doing an official timer or anything. After our good buddy, 40 Ounce Horror Show, who joined us on the podcast, brought up the unofficial challenge to Roadhouse of the 10-minute. Then Roadhouse said, "Oh man, I can do it in 5."
Yeah,
which I'm pretty sure you could have if you were really trying to. But as you said, we had a lot of good conversation.
Really good conversation, yeah,
good conversation. 40 Ounce Horror Show was taking us into his malt liquor collection, breaking out those bottles of Hurricane and Colt 45 and all the extra goodies.
You know what? So, go back and think and rewatch that podcast. That may have been the most educational podcast we've had in a while. We learned a lot during that one. We
Yeah,
discovered
see,
a lot.
it's fun. It's fun and educational here on the podcast. So tell your friends to smash that subscribe button. We're over the 500 subscriber mark now. Hopefully, as long as you bastards don't go and unsubscribe now after after saying this 500th episode spectacular, and then everybody unsubscribes. Don't
Yeah.
please don't do that.
Pity the fool that
Yeah,
unsubscribed.
but now we're on the one-way train to 1,000. That's
Yeah.
next big milestone. It's a big. We got 500 more to go, but we know that the malt liquor enthusiasts are out there. After spending our time with a little Billy D and the Colt 45 experience, shows that the people love them some malt liquor.
Yep.
You can't really go wrong with that. But I was pre-gaming a little beforehand with a little Southern Comfort and ginger ale.
All
To
right.
the party started, but
Sounds amazing.
no Colt 45 today because I had my fair share over the weekend. I had one of my fantasy football drafts over at my buddy's house where I had my nice lineup here of some Colt 45s,
Yep.
Tall Boy Bush Ice, and then for coming in last place in the league, I got my toilet bowl loser trophy here, which I have right here with me to celebrate being the last place team in the fantasy football league last year. But did have some leftovers here of some champagne of beers here, some 16 ounces, some Miller High Life. So gonna get one of these bad boys out and get that ready to be cracked open here.
I'm just trying to finish off this 30 pack of this so I can go get some more of something better or worse. Or
Hey, whatever works.
whatever works.
Hey, yeah. PBR, High Life, banquet beers.
Yep.
Yeah,
They're
you
all,
can't go
it's
wrong.
just, that was the biggest struggle. They're all in the $1 or $2 range of each other. And it's just like, all right, I'm going to grab High Life. No, wait, I'll get the Yingling. No, wait, I'll get the Natural Light. No, it's such a struggle to buy beer.
It's a big decision. It's a big decision to make.
Sometimes I wish I was just like that guy that only drinks Miller Lite or only
They
drinks.
have that. Yeah, I only drink that one. That's it. They'll just go. They'll pick up a 30 pack of that, and that's it. But we like the variety from time to time.
Yep.
But then it's sometimes like, okay, if I pick up a 12 pack of say banquet beer, I pick up a 12 pack of PBR, a 12 pack of High Life. But then next thing you know, it feels like you go through those a lot quicker because you're like, okay, well, maybe in 2 sittings, I'll go through a 12 pack of it there, depending on the day or what you're doing. You go through, 6 beers, no problem. And the next thing you know, they're all gone.
Yep.
So you're like, okay, got to move on to the next one and go through. But then you're like, okay, well, do I want to get a bunch of 30 packs and do that? It's a big decision, people, that goes into this stuff.
Yeah. And that's why when I was out this weekend, I ran across something I haven't had in a very long time. And then I found it in a 40 ounce.
You're going to make somebody very happy.
Oh, yeah?
Showing that off here because he sent me a message earlier today on Instagram, and that's our good buddy David. He sent me a picture of a case of the Tall Boy 24-ounce cans of the Milwaukee's Beast Ice. And what did he say? He said, he's like, you need to pick some of these up and drink them on the next podcast.
The stars have aligned.
Yeah. He said, because, he sent me the picture here. I mean, I'll just go through right here. He sent me there, the picture of the, the case of the Tall Boys. And he said, She's like, yes, he said that should be your beverage on your next video. And I said, I'll have to pick some up. I said, we're recording tonight, but I have some High Life on hand. But
Wow. See,
David,
this is,
Roadhouse has you covered with that. So,
I
and
have been known to be the prophet.
the Prophet, with the Reverend, crack open that big guy there, the 40 ounce of the Milwaukee's Beast Ice there. I feel a little small here. I mean, I did go bigger, man. I got the 16 ounce, so it's a little bit bigger than your
That's fine.
12 ounce can. So, all right, cheers.
Cheers. Oh yeah.
Ooh, there you go.
That's for you, Dave.
Yeah, I'm like, I saw that. I'm like, man, what are the odds that he'll be very happy when he sees this video and he sees that 40 ounce.
Well, I used to get the oil can back in the day. You can get one for 99 cents
Yeah.
all day long. And that was a perfect, $1, come on. And it packs a pretty good punch,
Mm-hmm.
at 5.9%. But for being Milwaukee's best and ice, it's actually pretty smooth.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I think it's a good. I mean, our palates are definitely a lot different
Sure.
than the random Joe out there.
Yeah.
But I've never had an issue with the Beast Ice, and I don't see the oil cans of them as much. I always see a lot of places, like, I always have the High Life in the 32 ounce
Okay.
cans. That I can get no problem. I almost picked one up before the draft the other night because I think it's like 209, I think, for the 32 ounce can at the one spot that I stopped. And you look at that compared to uh you know 299 or something for the 24 ounce can of something else, or I almost went with a Four Loco. I was looking for and you found the new uh Four Loco gold can
Bedazzled.
in your travels,
Sure did.
and I still haven't found that. They still had the old gold can, but they had the new regular sour cans because they changed the labels on the sour cans to
Yeah.
not focus on the sour anymore. It's just Four Loco, and then sour blue raz and small
Yeah.
writing on the side like the regular Four Loco cans. So they're getting them out there. They're slowly interfacing the new cans into
I almost
society,
brought
as
the
they
gold
say.
with me tonight. I really wanted to, but at the same time, I really wanted this. I've been sitting on this a couple days, and I guess it's just meant to be.
It was,
It was.
and like I said, I was going through. I when I was searching, and I did my pre-draft LSD with BWB out there searching the shelves, and I almost picked up a Jungle Juice Four Loco. I had it in my hand, and I thought about it. And I was like, you know what? I put that back.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
went with the 4 pack of the Colt 45 16 ounce cans, and then that can of Bush Ice for, I think, $1.19. I think,
yeah.
for the 24 ounce can of that,
Nice
and
kicker.
and 4.49 for the 4 pack of the 16 ounce Colt 45 cans. So for about $6 and change,
Yeah,
you have yourself a nice lineup for the evenings. I'm not getting too crazy.
you're right.
Trying to
Right.
keep a level head here to
Yeah. Well,
not
after
get
tasting
too
this,
wild.
I think I'm going to go on an ice tour for a while. I think I'm going to go back through and get all the different ice beers.
The ice beers, it's getting to be ice beer season now.
Yeah.
With the weather's changing.
Listen, we were, over the weekend, we went to North Carolina, and all the way back home, my wife would keep saying, "It's fall, it's fall, it's fall. The trees are changing. the atmosphere is changing, that buzz. We talked about, going into spring and summer, that buzz coming in for,
Hmm.
well, that same buzz is now about with the fall season. Um, and then the drinking palette's going to change to, all right, now it's hoodie weather, bonfire weather. We're going to, I'm excited because now it's getting back into bourbon season
Yeah.
and
I know you got to warm yourself up there. You got
yeah,
your, I know, get your bottles ready. Yeah, get it
I
ready to
still,
go.
that is made
Yeah.
30, maybe 40 miles from my house, and I cannot find quarter horse. That distillery is like
I know
two
it's literally
counties
like
over
down
from
the street. You could probably
me.
go there and ask them for a
Yeah.
for a bottle. Hey, I can't find
Yeah.
this at any source. Can you just? I'll give you the $25.
The,
Just give me the
the
bottle.
same distillery that makes Fireball.
Yeah, yeah,
What the fuck?
yeah,
They
yeah. But
cheated.
as like I said, as the seasons change and it's all like I said, yeah, ice beer season getting that extra
Yeah.
warmth with the higher, a little higher ABV. Nothing too crazy. I mean, like I said, a lot of those ice beers are at that like 5.9,
Yeah.
6%
And to
level.
me, that is the perfect ABV. Um, when you start getting above that, like if you wanted to drink 2 or 3 of these, not a big deal. If you can
No,
stomach it, like hold it.
yeah, yeah. When I was going through, when I was like, got to get some more Bud Ice
Bud
again.
Ice. That's
Uh,
one. I
give
love Bud
that back on the track. I mean, like I always said, that was my go to. And when I was on with the gang from the What the Show a few weeks back, I was on their podcast and we were discussing some of some classic ice beers as we were enjoying our MD 2020
Yeah, I watched
to
that one.
celebrate
Yeah.
that and then talk about the Bud Ice and it's just but something but the Bud Ice it has to be in bottles always seems to hit a lot differently than like a tall boy can.
Yeah.
You always see the tall boy cans and you can drink it, but for some reason to me it doesn't give me the same effect as if you were twisting the cap off, some 12-ounce bottles
Yeah.
of Bud Ice. And even the 12-ounce cans too. And if you're lucky enough to find a 40 of it, which is the ultra rare Bud Ice 40s that
Mhm.
I only found once in my travels in I think that was when I was in North Carolina,
Yeah.
a few years back. I picked one up there and I know a couple times and I think in Maryland I got a 22-ounce bottle of it. So that's the ultra rarities to find of that stuff. But something about some of those ice beers in the bottles seem to hit a lot better than in the cans. Like that 40 you got there, that Beast Ice
Yeah.
is always a lot smoother. It seems.
It's going down good. But I agree with you. Uh, I'm a sucker for bottled beer, and I kind of stay away from it because it does go down smoother, and I do tend to drink them faster. And so I just stay away from them because
Yeah,
I already drink fast to begin with.
yeah. It's
And
been well documented here that
yes,
we know, you know. And I have I'm looking at which I can see over here. I have I think it was the 32-ounce bottle of the Beast. It was still the plastic one that I think I also got in my travels to North Carolina and that same trip a few years back. That now I use it to collect bottle caps in it because that was the good thing about these
the what?
wide mouth
Yeah,
plastic bottles was that you could use it to store
Yeah.
your old bottle caps in there.
Multi-purpose.
Yeah, multi-purpose, peeing, bottle cap storage.
Don't
It
just
does it
say
all.
wiener, it'll fit the bottle
Yeah,
cap.
yeah, and it's funny. And the spot I stopped the other day still had the plastic Old English bottles there. They were the dates on them said June 17th or something like that. So they're definitely way past
Yeah.
their
Roll
shelf
out.
life, but they're still hanging on in some spots. But most places do have the glass OEs back.
I was
Which
on the
is
lookout for that and glass or a 40 of Mickey's, which I know exist around that area because I got the picture from my son, but that stupid ass couldn't remember what store he took the picture. So I seen a lot of 211 40s, a lot of High Life 40s, which I bought a couple of them. Um, Colt 45. Uh, this one. What was the other one I seen? Whatever. I don't know. A lot of Four Locos. Four Locos pretty much filled the shelves kind of like the Modelo's did. And pre-games, that was nice to see.
the one thing I did notice, which I don't know how true this is, and I'll bring this up here. So I noticed this the other day when I was poking around the Four Loko website. As we said, they were, they're kind of redesigning the cans and everything. And let's see, this was here. That it looks like there might be a change to one of the flavors here. So let me bring this up here. I'm going to share the Four Loko site. How did it go?
Breaking news, he said.
Breaking news. We always get the breaking news here.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, you have your, here's your, your whole lineup of your flavors. You have your, see, there's the new gold can. We were
Yeah.
talking about the fruit punch, watermelon, peach, strawberry lemonade, electric lemonade, the red, which the rumor has it that this is gone. I have not seen this
Yeah.
in about a year almost, and the rumor had it that it was being discontinued, but it's
Okay.
still on the website. So we'll see.
Probably
Because
making room for
I had it last year for the whole power ranking lineup, so it did exist then. And then, like I said, we said here's the new the sour cans, which you see they redesigned them to be with the Four Loko branding up front, and then the sour apple, sour grape, sour blue ras, sour melon on the sides there. Now, down
innovation.
here, look at one of the cans here, which looks a little bit different. In the middle here, the Sour Cosmic Punch, which now says Sour Galactic Punch.
What?
See, this is totally different
Oh, wow.
from this. So I don't know if it's because maybe they lost the rights to the Warheads branding.
Okay.
That's the first thing I thought of, which would be that whatever agreement they had with Warheads to use their, logo and brand, maybe that ran out. So they might be rebranding it to the Sour Galactic Punch. Still says Sour Cosmic Punch
Here, yeah.
here, but says Sour Galactic Punch on the cans. So anybody out there, I haven't seen that yet. I still see the Warheads, the Sour Cosmic Punch, like I got hanging in my koozie behind me over here. But if you see that in your travels, let us know.
Well, if we find it, we've got to play the Beastie Boys Intergalactic while we
Yeah.
drink it.
Yeah, because it's still they do still have on the
Yeah.
pregame still says the Warhead Sour Loco. So that's still listed on there for the Sour Cosmic Punch in the pregame lineup there. So as we said, we try to keep on top of all the changes in the brands. If it's for Loco, MD 2020, when they come out with these new flavors or change things up, we like to be out there telling the people what to be out there searching for on the shelves. So if you get out there, you notice any of these new cans, or you see that new blinged out Four Loco Gold can. Look at what the Four Loco drinkers, athletic champions, and miners from 1949 have in common. They know to go for gold. What's it taste like? Winning.
Yeah, it is.
That's what. So, so get out there,
Bedazzled.
get searching. So you
I
get
love
out.
that. Love it.
Only the best from our friends over there at Four Loco with the the sponsor. We got a sponsored hats on
Yeah.
here.
Well, yeah, that's a good eye that you caught that.
See, I have nothing better to do with my life. You see that thing going?
Well, not much on my end doing, me being on the road so much here the last few weeks that I've done any kind of research, but
Yeah, it depends on what you go out and you see. I mean, that's the
yeah,
thing. It's
I
hit and
mean,
miss
I'm
when
doing
you're
my
out
due
there.
diligence and looking.
Yeah, a lot of times you come up empty-handed, which is
I was in Charlotte all weekend, and Charlotte's a big city, and I thought, well, I was off of Providence Road. If any of our listeners are from Charlotte or know anything, uh, all that whole side of town is like bougie, and I couldn't find the fucking ghetto. I wanted to get in that bad part of town to where
that's where you're gonna find the good stuff. We all
yeah,
know that.
I wanted, I can conceal carry, and I wanted to be able to know that I'm kind of safe. I've gone in some really sketchy places looking for the goods,
Oh yeah,
and
oh, yeah.
I'm totally prepared all the time to do that. But like I was in like Princess Land, everything is great. Everything is great.
Yeah.
They still had some good stuff in that area, but I wanted the good
You
stuff.
want that. You want the
Yeah.
rundown. You wanted that.
I want to
That
go. Hey, listen, I want to go up to the cooler and do like this, and then make sure nobody's on me. That's where the
you
good.
wanted you wanted the chance that there could have been a bottle of night train
Right.
sitting on a shelf somewhere that it's covered in dust. The floor's falling apart.
Yeah.
There's holes in the ceiling.
And I asked
Uh,
my son, I said, "Where's the bad side of town?" He's like, "Oh, no."
there is
Of
no
course
bad
you
side of
don't know.
town. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Yeah. But I drove one end of Providence, the other. I actually drove past uh, Carolina Panthers Stadium. I think it was what was the name of that? Bank of America Stadium,
I
maybe.
think so. Yeah, I think for Carolina, yeah.
The skyline was beautiful. It was amazing. Charlotte's skyline is great. And then I drove all the way out to the airport, turned around and came back, head up another couple roads. I would get to like parts of town where it looked like it was getting ready to get bad, and then go back to being nice again. I'm like, wait, what the?
Yeah, it clears up.
I'm just,
Like, all right, here we go. I found it. I'm here. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. You're like,
it.
wait,
It
no.
was starting to look like I told my wife, I was like, the moment we see gun store, liquor store, gun store, liquor store, we're in,
You're in.
we're in, or pawn shop, or
Hmm.
and I never did see it, and then I seen a Jack in the Box, and I whipped in there, and we ate.
You have to fuel yourself up and regroup,
Yeah. Well, we don't
and
have
hope
Jack
that
in the
okay,
Box
we
around here anywhere close, so
okay, yeah.
it was a treat. We got
There we
greeted
go.
very nice at
Oh,
Jack in the Box. They were like, walked up to the counter. What do you want?
what you
Awesome.
eating? Yeah, I
Uh,
guess.
yeah,
Uh,
number two. What do you want?
see, yeah. What do you want? I want to eat.
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah, I want to order.
See,
That was a
I know you.
classic
I
greet.
know. Yeah, yeah. You think okay? Maybe we go a little bit further.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll finally hit that spot, and then just
I thought,
it
I
never,
really thought that kind of
it never
reaction
happens.
should have been a bodega right next door that had like all the goods. What do you want? That's
What do you want? I want to eat. I mean, what what do you want me to do? I
that
mean,
we were closer to the airport when we found that Jack in the Box, but excuse me, where we were staying, we had to go to CVS and get some allergy medicine because that area was driving our both my wife and I's sinuses crazy. So we go into CVS and walk through the door. Hello, how you doing? I was like, wow, these people don't even let you walk in the door until they start greeting you like pleasantries. Like so nice in that area. It's almost like they probably work another job at Chick-fil-A. And
yeah,
carried over to CVS,
right.
but it was a good weekend. It was a good time.
That's good. That's good. You still got some goodies. None of the unicorns or anything out of the real ordinary, but
Yeah, yeah.
still, it's still we always say it's always the thrill of
Just to
going
get
in,
away, have a different view, different
searching around, yeah,
atmosphere.
going to
Just
see
yeah.
different places, yeah, looking through, searching that shelf, seeing what shows up
Yep.
over there. Because, like I say, you never know. You're in a new area. You go to a different store. You
Something else
find
I've seen that isn't around me is the gas stations carry wine.
okay,
Uh, like basically all your good wines in the gas station. That's fucking great.
not just MD 2020.
No,
Yeah,
fortified wine. Newer
yeah.
type of
They
grape
have the.
stomping, grape
Do they?
stomp
I was
wines.
gonna say, do they have the Manischewitz there? Did you?
No, I didn't see Manischewitz.
Yeah, you didn't search for the the Manischewitz to see if that was on the
Yeah,
shelf over there. You could have got another flavor. You could have tried the Concord grape this time. You could have
I may try that cherry. As much as I hate to say it, I've been thinking about that a lot. And as good as that elderberry was, I was really thrown off about really how good it was. And yeah,
see. I mean, I still got some left here. I didn't go too deep into the Manischewitz
it's
there.
sweet, but you don't like. I drank that whole bottle, and now when I drink like a Four Loco or any one of those fruity malt beverages, the next day it's not bad, but I mean I could tell I took in a lot of sugar. I could feel it in my
Yeah.
eyeballs. I got puffiness. Uh, I don't feel great. I don't feel bad. It's that borderline, almost hungover, but not
Yeah, you
hungover.
just feel off.
Correct.
You're not
Dragging
100%,
ass.
but it's not.
Yes.
Yeah, but you're not like dead. Laying like I can't move or I gotta
Yeah.
puke or one of those things.
So for being, the Manischewitz challenge and hadn't drinking it before, I didn't know what to expect. I left my whole day wide open in case it was a bad.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Actually, I woke up, I felt great, I was ready to go. I probably would have turned right around that night and drunk it again. That kind of, not I need a couple day break, lots of water and orange juice, something like that. No, actually, I'll probably buy some more just to drink casually, not just for the podcast.
It's
Uh,
gonna it's like it's the new table wine. Yeah.
yeah,
The
yeah.
guests
But
come
we
over.
did
Yeah, you want some wine? Okay, let me break out the good stuff. You like the Concord grape? You like the elderberry? You like the cherry? Pick your poison. Which one?
yeah, but
Which
we
one would
didn't
you
get
guys
any
like?
feedback from anybody telling us room temperature, cold.
That's true. Yeah.
You know, I didn't mind it cold, and
Yeah. I mean, I would think it would probably be better. I mean, I don't know. I can. You know, I got it room temperature here right now. I can take a
okay,
quick swig
go.
and see.
Just like the Wild Irish Rose. Come on, Bob. There, make it look like you did.
Not bad. No, that's like it's like grape juice. I mean,
Yes,
that's
yes, I
pretty
agree.
much it right there. See,
I think
yeah. Concord grape.
I think either way is probably a good choice.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I enjoyed it being chilled, but you could pick it up just like that. And as we said, the shock of how smooth it is
Yeah.
compared to thinking it was going to be like in not that MD 2020 has a big bite to it
I
with
agree.
that sensation, but
But
like thinking that it was going to be like a night train where you take that sip and you're like, oh my god, my
oh
insides are now
yeah,
on
yeah.
fire. Yeah.
We're not masking it with like it being so cold that it almost gives you brain freeze.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like Wild Irish Rose Red, I don't I like it better room temperature than cold.
Yeah. I mean, it depends. I think some of those wines, I think they do try to keep it as if it was a regular red wine that wouldn't be
Right.
chilled. It would
Yes.
be at room temperature. And I think uh I don't think I have the red Wanash Rose easily available right here, but I don't think those say to chill it. Like the Night Train and Thunderbird, they say serve
Very,
very
very
cold.
chill.
Yes, serve very cold. So they know
Yeah.
what you have to do because you take that swig or even a or like we said with the Cisco, serve that cold.
Yeah. Or
I
you
mean,
get that dank.
but I mean, but you like the I think but you like the Cisco Berry. You would take some hits off of that at
Yeah.
room
Yeah.
temperature, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And the Cisco Berry, I think, has a pass. Like it has a pass just because of the flavor. But your
Yeah.
green apple and your
Yeah, some
peach,
of them, yeah,
those
those need to be
there's
chilled.
no fucking way you can
Yeah,
enjoy that
yeah,
at room temperature.
yeah, yeah. Like I
But
said, I had the Cisco green apple incident
yeah,
where we drank
oh, your
that.
buddy wanted to pour it out.
Yeah, and he
He's
poured it
trying
out
to
over the
save your life.
side of the deck. And it was like you drank the green apple Cisco like very
Yeah,
cold. It's serviceable. It's not
yeah.
good no matter
If
what.
if you get it so cold that actually your mind thinks about how cold it is rather than how shitty it tastes.
Yeah, like I had a picture of not the green apple, but the orange pineapple Cisco that I had it in the freezer and you could see the frost
Yeah,
on it after taking it out. When it's at that level, you know that okay, that's like the perfect
sure.
temperature to drink it. But on the opposite end, you pick up a bottle of green apple Cisco that's been sitting on the floor in the dining room
Yeah.
for months and just decide you want to start drinking that, that's not going to go well with just how with Cisco, with how thick and syrupy it
It's
is
like,
at that room temperature level. And it
yeah,
was
it's like
like,
eating
he's
Vicks
like,
vapor rub.
I know. And he took that sip and it was like, oh my God. And then he's like, dude, I got to save you guys. And he just dumped it out
Oh,
over the side of the deck.
I know he had your best interest in
Yeah.
mind, but
See,
go
40 down right there.
dead man
The
walking.
beast. That was for our buddy David.
Dave, yeah,
Dave there, not even planned, just perfect. Like, you see,
yeah.
we're so in tune with the
We
subscribers and the listeners that we
it's
know.
amazing how well it works out. You know, you guys got to spread the word. We are the modern day prophets.
Yeah, exactly.
We are meant to be brought together and share these good times together. Unreal.
Hey, it's the Reverend Bumwine Bob here, the officiant of the High
You
Life. Don't
are.
forget that I have the documents to prove it. And don't forget, if you want to have yourself a Miller High Life wedding, just let me know. I
Yep.
can take it. I got the vows. I have all the paperwork here. It's all legal. It's all official.
What year
So
is
let
it?
me know.
This is 2024. We're going to 2025. So in year 2027, I'll be married 10 years. We'll renew our vows. We'll let Bishop Bob officiate the renewal of our vows.
Yeah. It'll
We
be
can stream that live.
let's stream that live. Everybody bring their High Life
Yeah.
with you. We'll see if we can get Miller High Life to sponsor the
Oh, wow.
wedding. It'd be nice. Well, hey, when you're an officiant of the High Life,
You
you kind of
are.
already have your foot in the door. So you would
Did you
think.
get the scarf or the chat?
I didn't get that. I did. They did give me socks
Okay.
and a pocket square. So,
Pocket square. That's fantastic.
yeah, I got. I'll next time I'll break it out, and
Yeah.
also and I even gave a nice little leather koozie too, which was
Leather.
leather. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So yeah, I think it was a pocket square and
Spared
socks,
no expense.
no expense, and a plastic card. To say you're an officiant of the High Life. You had the official paperwork and some business cards to hand out to people, for your services. So when you're out there, hand them out and say, "Hey, you want to get married? Here's
And
my card."
you had to take a course.
I had to fill out a form.
Okay. All right.
No actual course. It was just
I mean, that sounds pretty bona fide.
legit, people. If it's on the internet, it's got to be true, right? So, I mean, we've seen the stuff on the internet, and we went
Speaking of,
through it the last time
yeah.
too when we were going through the Colt 45 experience.
Yeah,
Mr.
that's
Billy
what I was
D.
going to
Williams
end it.
himself, which people really have been taking a liking to, posting the clips of it. I put it on the YouTube channel, which, excuse me, if you followed us from the Colt 45 videos and what we've been kind of embracing, because the Colt 45 Instagram account came back from the dead, as we said about a month or so ago. Even though they came back from the dead bearing bad news
Yeah.
that the double malt got the axe and was being discontinued, uh, they have been fairly fairly active in posting twice in 2 months compared to once in 6-7 years.
Yeah.
It's like
So listen,
like 2017
we
I
have
think
to
was
take some
the
responsibility for that.
I mean,
We
we're out
have.
here, we're out there pushing.
We are
And
actually, week after week pushing Colt 45. But listen, coming back to this Colt 45 experience, um, I'm going to ask our listeners to help us. We need to find out who's in charge of this webpage, who still owns it, what we need to be in contact with them. This is a fantastic webpage,
Yeah,
even though it's
after
Web
to say,
1.
this is Web 1.0 internet, and I did try to reach out to Billy D45 at hotmail.com, I think was his email, to say, hey, we like your website. We would love to have you on the podcast to chat about Colt 45.
Yeah.
And so I type up a nice email, send it out. Within 2 seconds, I get the bounce back message saying this email address no longer exists, because 9 times out of 10, I guess if you have a Hotmail address from 1998, it's
Yeah.
probably been discontinued. I mean, I have a Hotmail. I have bumwinebob at hotmail.com. You can email me there. Feel free to send me any of your questions, comments, concerns. I'm happy to reply to you there. But I know probably at this point, it was probably at least 10 years ago, I think they went and purged out all the old emails that hadn't been accessed
Yeah.
in years. So I think our buddy Billy D from the website was probably on that list, and the email just got canned in the process. So if you know of the gentleman behind this website, you know, let us know, because we posted the video and posted the clip from the podcast of us going through and taking the Billy D. Williams smoothness test, and invited all of our listeners and subscribers to go out there and take the test as well and post your results, which I don't think any of you did. I know once our buddy David, I think, did take the test. I think he did send me the results
Yeah.
that of him, but that's a dedicated subscriber and follower
Yep.
right there.
He's
But
a P1.
yeah,
Yep.
with getting out there, getting that stuff there. But before we get to the website again, I think we should pay a little tribute to some of the commercials. I was going through and posting a lot of the old school Colt 45 commercials, the Billy D's, and anything pretty much from, not going back too far, anything from like the 80s and forward. But
Okay.
there was one commercial that really hit, and if you're here today watching and subscribing, this commercial might have brought you to us today. So we'll take a quick 30 seconds here for a commercial break to celebrate
Yeah.
some classic Colt 45.
When you open a can of Colt 45, you'll get more than smooth, mellow, cool malt liquor.
You'll take a ride on the wild side with the dynamite taste of Colt 45. Grab onto a Colt and hold on for the ride. You'll take a ride on the wild side with the dynamite taste of Colt 45. You'll take a ride on the wild side with the dynamite taste of Colt 45.
So I love the comments on your on that video. I'm gonna go to it right now.
Yeah.
Because it was fantastic.
Yeah, people love it.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely do.
well, with the exception of one guy. I feel bad for the guy. I mean,
Yes. And I thought I was going to be, like a clown. And
When you open a can of Colt 45,
here we go.
more than smooth, mellow, cool malt liquor.
So let me get this
I-
sound off real quick.
because I was going through And
The first comment that stands out. How is this not breaking the internet?
yeah,
College going wild. Totally agree with this guy. And then you got the, of course, I hate this comment. Colt 45 and 2 zigzag. Yeah, that's the most typical and predictable thing anybody can
yeah,
say
yeah,
that's not in the loop of
yeah.
classic malt liquor. All right. So Afro Man can lick my balls. Hate that song.
Oh, okay. Oh, look at this. Oh, I found. Okay, we don't have to feel bad anymore because uh, I just looked in that person who wrote that one comment. I guess replied 10 hours ago
Uh-huh.
and said it's okay because I lied. So,
What
so
a e-hole.
yeah.
My
So right
goodness.
now, I guess if it's not true, then we'll say. So people are going through and somebody posted on the video said my dad died from eating a Colt 45, and I then I and I sent it to Roadhouse and I'm like, oh this took a dark turn. So then
Yeah. Yeah.
Roadhouse replies and says can or bottle, and then the guy who posted it said gun because I know. So I'm like, did he really eat a bottle? I'm like, I know for sure he's talking about he took a
Yeah.
Colt 45 and shot himself. And then somebody else that we don't know just said, I shouldn't be laughing at that, but LMAO, I just the way you said it. And then he said, it's okay because I lied.
What a tool.
Yeah.
My gosh. For 1 second I felt kind of bad because I thought,
Yeah. See, but yeah, the comments of the people saying like, "Oh man, this is like the best thing," and it's the classic, 80s commercials. That which is true. They don't make commercials like that
the best comment, I'm
anymore.
trying to find it. Yeah, this uh one guy commented the Colt 45 double malt 40 ounces were a staple back
Oh
in the
yeah, yeah.
90s. Man, I missed that ride.
Yeah, like this is what I like too is the you'll take a ride on the porcelain sled the next day. I'm like, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
No, 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 no. Like they used to pump this shit to us. Yeah.
Somebody said
Did
literally tastes like piss. And I said
no.
lies. Colt 45 tastes amazing.
Yes. Somebody said, did OE ever make a commercial?
Yeah, and I said I don't think so.
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
ever
remember ever
recall.
seeing English. And what I told him, I said I know that we had the Schlitz, the bull,
Yeah.
and St. Ides. I don't. I don't. There might have been Mickey's commercials at some point. And I think there might have been. I think in maybe the early 2000s, they were a sponsor of UFC,
Yeah.
and I think they might have done some commercials at that time. But I don't remember Old English ever having commercials or ever coming across them on YouTube.
Here's a comment from at Peach Skin Patriot. If you don't vote Biden, then you don't drink Coke 45. Going back to that Charlemagne interview when Biden said, if you don't vote for me, you're not black.
Yeah.
That's awesome. But one of the guys said, I always wanted to live my life as a beer commercial.
Yes, that was a good one.
Yes. Okay, here it is. I remember as a kid being asked how I want my life to be when I get older, and I would always reply, I want my life to be like a beer commercial. And I still want my life to be like a beer commercial. I mean,
Don't we all? I mean,
yes.
all beer commercials made life look, amazing. Look at that. I mean, this guy on the horse here on the Colt
It's just,
45 or
he's living on the edge. He's, he cracked that Colt 45 can, and all of a sudden his whole life changed. He is wild and free. Look at him. Another guy said, what about my nuts?
yeah. And speaking of Colt 45, we have, we'll take a quick little trip here
Okay.
through the Colt 45 experience one more time here.
God
Damn, that's some
good
good
sight.
sight. I mean, look at this once again. I mean, this site here, you see this here. I mean, this is the original. Look at this, web 1.0 here.
When this guy was putting this together, you got to understand the passion he has and the love he has for Colt 45. To go put this much. Listen, these sites weren't easy to put together in Web 1.
No. It took some time, and I had some sites like this back in the day too, where you had to put all this stuff together and do all this. So I get it. So
Yep.
yeah,
The
goddamn,
effort
that's some
and-
good Colt 45. Look at
Yeah.
that right there. See, look at there. You got your Armin Spicoli.
Yeah, and the sound bites.
Yeah. Yeah, we went through this a little bit of this the last time with Billy D there, going through the ladies there, Colt 45 on the pool table.
Chef.
I mean, who doesn't want to go through this here? I love this one here too. The Colt 45 lamp on the box of Old English 12
yes.
40-ounce bottles.
Golly, that's classic.
See, somebody was selling it on eBay. Wow, you might still be able to find one. I don't know.
Yeah.
Coconut Willie there.
Coconut
See?
Willie.
Happy
I looked
holidays.
for Coconut Willie on Instagram, and it didn't yield nothing. These guys, they're living their best life.
Yeah, enjoying their Colt 45.
Yep.
That
Good.
Colt 45 truck. I mean, I would love if I saw a Colt 45 delivery truck.
That's great.
I'd be tracking that down. Well, what if I'm spotting a Colt 45 delivery truck is like tracking down a white elephant? Nice work to my man Ziach.
Yeah.
Wonder if this thing gets homeless running after like the kids after the ice cream man.
So go down a little bit.
I know I would. I know.
Yeah, I know.
See, like I say, another excellent score by Zias. Youngstown, Ohio. Apparently has a lot more to be proud of than Boom Boom Machini. Look at that.
Just the way this guy's a wordsmith. I mean,
look at this. Even the Colt 45 parties are becoming increasingly popular. The Golden Elixir even prompted the cats to barbecue in the winter in Michigan. I'd like to think I played some small part in bringing such an exuberance of Joe D. Vire to the world.
That's amazing.
I mean, if this guy here who had this site,
yes,
I love to think I played some small part in this, then we want to find you. Come on. We want to find the man behind this site. I mean, I said last time, I said I love this Colt 45 birthday cake. It's a beauty right there. Look at that. Some Canadians enjoying Colt 45. Yeah. These guys here arm wrestling over it. Going through.
Hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil. Colt 45 brings us all together.
See, going through, and we'll go through here just so we know that we have the man here on the site. Where are you?
I'm a good portion down. This was way back in the day.
And just look at
I
this.
mean,
Look at the.
I would get on this site, literally
There we go, right there.
daily.
There we go. There he is, right there.
Yeah,
Roadhouse himself there on the Colt 45 experience,
you know how we do.
helping the people find their Colt 45 malt liquor for $1.89. See?
Yep. And
Yeah.
we used to run up there after work. So the shop I
Look at
worked
this.
at
Look at this.
then,
The natural average was $2.18.
yes.
And I'm assuming this was for 40s? I'm assuming it was for 40
Yeah,
ounces,
yeah.
right?
I would assume 40
Yeah.
because that's what
Because
I tried.
I think, and what now? I mean, it's like $2.89, $2.99, I think, for 40 now. That's like your range usually
Yeah.
when I saw it the other day when I was out. So it's not too much higher than it was
It's
20
not.
years ago, but still.
But anytime you find it, the cheaper the better.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the market we're in, but for $2.18 and the quality of Colt 45, god damn, that's some good shit. The Holy Grail. This
Holy
is the best
Grail.
part.
And he took the cup, gave thanks, gave it to him, saying, "Drink ye for all of it. This is my blood, which is shed for many of the forgiveness of sins."
Amen.
The Holy Grail is really a keg full of Colt 45 malt liquor. If one were to drink deeply from this vessel, one would certainly believe all sins to be forgiven. To dream the impossible dream. A Colt 45 in a keg is not easy to find, but the Holy Grail. What's this here? None of that. I see Chick NJ.
So
Okay. Maybe
back
somebody
then,
else there.
we found this site.
I've seen a few other emails pop up on this site today going through now that we might have to reach out to see maybe some of these are still active and maybe they
Yes.
can find us here. But yeah, people trying to hunt down the Colt 45 drafts responses. Heartless. I'm sorry, but Colt 45 drafts is not available in Ohio. The closest is Philadelphia, PA. There was a Pabst distributor there called Miller Inc. Thanks. The clerical trying to go through drawing the nice keg of Colt 45. So they're trying to track down these Colt 45. I don't think there's probably any or this person at Pabst, which I guarantee this person does not work at Pabst anymore. There's no chance of that.
But
I can guarantee you that.
follow my man Chick_NJS.
Yeah.
New Jerseys.
Yeah,
Dude,
there was
that's
that
gotta
one,
be
and
in
where was
your
it on the
area.
page before? There was this one too, or email this clown and tell him rpm at hotmail.com. So we'll see. Then they have the legendary, the guest book here, which sadly had to be shut down because of too many retracted. We'll be politically correct here to for posting stuff in the guest book here.
Yeah.
But look at this date, December 23rd, 2003.
Yes.
So I mean, you're looking at this. This is 21 years ago. Going through here.
There's so many. I
Until
think I read them all.
Until October 16th, 2025. Yeah, I mean, I was going through the other day too and finding all this stuff here. What do we got here? I love my Colt 45 and Billy D. Williams. What do we got here? A blog has been removed. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, Web 1, we're about to enter Web 3.
Yeah.
Web 2, what? Web 1 was like people say 80s music, you will never get any better than 80s music. I don't know if we'll ever get anything better than Web 1 as far as how
it's like that. It's that comfort food.
Yes.
To it
Yes. Agreed.
That you could sit here and you could see yourself sitting with your buddies 20 years ago, drinking drinking a 40 of Colt 45 and just going through this
Yeah,
website
just
one
like
night, just hanging
just like
out.
finding my comment on here. That stamps my legitimacy of being old school. It's documented right here on this Web1 webpage.
And all this stuff here. Look at this.
Walk what I talk.
Yeah. And Mr. T.
Mr. T. So, yeah, this guy was a huge Mr. T fan.
Yeah,
Also.
come on. Okay. Yeah. Mr. T versus Vince Neil.
Yes.
Man.
So, I was going through these the
T-
other day,
Colt.
and you can't get the pictures,
Yeah.
but if you read it, it's just like a comic book. Fantastic. And there's sound bites in some of them.
Sound bites. Look at that, man. Yeah, see, they don't make websites like this anymore. You
No.
you can't get this today. You got the Frank and Telly show here. The gambling channel. Look at this. I mean, this is the
Really funny.
see.
That's Kojak.
Yeah, yeah. Man, look at this. I love malt liquor, and I must say, at around $2, Colt 45 might be the most fun ever put into a 40-ounce bottle. Besides, ladies do love a man with a 40 in his hand.
Yes, they do.
I think that right there is kind of fitting that that's the last entry in the guest book for the Colt 45 experience. I think that pretty much sums up everything
It
that
is.
I think he was trying to encapsulate into this site, and that we're still trying to encapsulate today
Yeah.
with it. So
I get all the feels from that post right there. All the feels from that comment, because I always show up to functions, BYOB, or but I always showed up with a brown bag, and there was a 40 of Colt 45 in it, and that mystery about it always drew attention, and the ladies would come up and say, "What's in there?
you got, what is that?
What is that?
I have some. What is it?
What's in that garment you call a bra? Show me them boobies, I'll let you have a drink." Yeah, that's how it worked back then. My goodness.
Look at this right here. Budweiser, the king of beers. Well, all right. Beer is for bitches. Malt liquor is for the real kings. And Colt 45
right.
is truly imperial. Fuck Bud. Colt 45. It works every time.
Fantastic comment.
See? Good shit right here. The Colt 45 experience. If you haven't done it yet, check it out.
It's amazing. I'm
And
surprised it's still there.
do yourself a favor and go along and take the Billy D. Williams
Smooth it.
smoothest test to ask
Don't
Billy
cheat
D
yourself.
how
Don't-
smooth you be.
Yep.
So
Don't cheat yourself.
do that there. So check that out there. The Colt 45 experience, Billy D. Williams, smoothness test, all that.
God
Like,
damn
good
it.
stuff
Good
there.
site.
That's some good site right there. Only the best here. That's what we have you covered here on Bum Wine Bob and on the
Oh,
Bum
real
Wine Bob
quick,
YouTube channel.
Real quick. Go to the faces of Colt 45.
All right, let me see.
Many faces of Colt 45.
Here, bring this. Okay, yep. I know where you're going here. I see you.
Yep.
Okay. Baskin and Robbins ain't got shit on Colt 45. What do Americans do when they stumble upon a great thing? That's right, they fuck around with it. That's not to say all these presumptions are unpleasant things, but on the other hand, let's not forget about New Coke and Pepsi Clear. So you had the original
Yeah.
Colt 45 malt liquor. What's it look like? Ain't nothing changed but the weather. Colt 45, Colt Ice. Remember the ice craze of the late 80s, early 90s? Well, not even. What we got here? Not even this proud trademark is above the fads. Colt 45 rolled its ice offering out with the rest and is stronger than the original. Colt Ice didn't dick around. Not to be trifled with. Colt 45 double malt, a rare find, but still on the market. So can't go wrong with the double malt. So even here, even at this time, it was hard to find
Yeah.
the double malt there. And then right below there, you have the one that Roadhouse likes to bring up is the cool Colt, the menthol Colt 45. I can't fathom why they don't make it anymore. Since you can't buy it, I've developed a method to recreate the experience. Stuff a pack of cools into a regular 40 and shake it up. Voila, mentholated malt liquor. So there you go. See, you want
Yeah.
your cool Colt fix. Have to do that. Colt 45 light beer. What the fuck? I'm not even going to dignify this. We have the Colt 45 Power Master, the antithesis of Colt 45 Light. Perhaps they're trying to make up for something. Never keyed on the spirit of the First Amendment. The Feds shut down this marketing ploy. Something about prohibitions against promoting beverages based on a heightened alcohol content. Colt 45 Power Master, we hardly knew ye.
Yeah. I knew it. A beer you can call your own.
Yeah.
Don't pop
And I'm
that link.
trying to. I don't think it's going anywhere. I clicked on it, opened up a new window, and it's just spinning. So I don't think that exists anymore either.
Okay.
So,
But yeah, that was let me give it a shot too.
I was going to say, man, this was 20 years ago when this thing here. So there have been a few other new incarnations of Colt 45.
Yeah.
Oops, that page
Came up
can't be
Baltimore
found.
Sun.
Yeah, page can't be found.
Yeah.
Yeah, because as we said, we had when Ford Ass Horror Show was on here, we were talking about the Colt 45, the pile driver, the orange,
Yeah.
the orange one.
And that probably came after the site.
Yeah, that was, oh yeah, definitely. That was like 10, 12 years after
Yeah.
this. And I think there was also some other flavored Colt 45s
So
in like the 2010s.
wow. I just found this. So go down to Colt 45 in the media. God damn, it's a good site. Look here.
Okay.
It's going to give reference of all at that time how it what
Okay.
show it made in the Wonder Years.
Wonder Years. I didn't know about that. Tough Talk about the Colt 45. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So what's it say here? It said, okay, I didn't normally watch the Wonder Years, but I was flipping through the channels and I saw this. Ralph Savage, the dorky kid, and some tough kids sitting around a campfire when the tough kid pulls out a tall boy of Colt 45 out of a backpack. It had an old school ring tab, no less. Okay, so technically the can says Colt 45, but everything else was. I don't have my glasses, so
Yeah, everything else was identical. The colors, the horseshoe, the bucking bronco, it was very fulfilling. So I guess they changed it for the show. They could have put Colt 45, so I had to say Cold 45, but it looked exactly the same as the can. And then these ones here. They call me sir. Okay. Football. Okay. Yeah. All right. Sopranos. There was a Colt 45. Okay. So little light on it there.
Sean Penn and friends drinking Colt 45. 20, 30 minutes into it, and I was drinking it for awesome.
Coincidence or act of God? Yeah, you never know.
Right.
So I mean, 45 out there. I mean, look at that. All the good stuff here.
his wordsmith on all these is just amazing.
It takes a lot of skill to go through and put all
Yes.
this together, and especially at this time of, like we said, of the web at this time,
Yeah.
it would take a little more precision and going through and saying, "Hey, I need to put this here and this there," and
So,
it
you
wouldn't
know, a
probably
lot of
just
our listeners are
speed
probably
it up.
hooked on Colt TV, and you can, if you like Court TV and that kind of thing, and you go to the advertising blitz, I have no doubt that the most of you know that Colt 45 truly sells itself. However, as difficult as it may be to believe, there are people out there who have not yet heard Billy D's siren song of premium malt liquor. I am here to spread the word as an apostol of Colt 45, more reliable than miracle and just as available as religion. Salvation lies within. Just as Jam Master Jay and Reverend Run discovered, without further ado, I present propaganda. The paint ad. This is should be up to the magazine across the nation every time now. Assuming someone from Colt 45 actually spots this, thinks it's a good idea, which is quite clearly is, and shells out some bills, I figure sales would triple within 35 minutes of
A little bit.
publication. That sounds like what we've been saying for years.
Yeah,
Roll up
and
with that dump truck full of money.
yeah, and I think, and see, the problem is at this time, I'm sure we would have had all the commercials in here with Billy D and
Yep.
everything that we've been posting out there too. But at the time, uh, you couldn't do that on the internet easily to get all those commercials and everything uploaded to
Yes.
YouTube or wherever.
Yes.
But here we're trying to pick up the pieces,
But
just like
look at this trial. You know, Mr. Johnson, would you explain additional amount of 249 for which you're saying?
see a Colt 45. The 40 this the value of the Colt 45 that broke when the defendant struck my vehicle. Mr. Jones, do you really believe this court to believe you that only that 40-ounce bottle of Colt 45 only cost $2.49? Sustained with Judge Billy D out there. Lady Justice, be not blind.
Yes, that's fantastic. The rarest of birds. What would you
Yeah.
make a party a barbecue more
Mhm.
jumping than a keg full of Colt 45? Absolutely. I totally agree. Nothing.
It's true. Nothing.
Don't even waste my time
Works every
trying to
time.
come up with a witty answer. Nothing would be there. No power that will be convincing me otherwise. It takes some serious dedication to get one, but it can be done. What is there a link?
That's gonna bring it
Right
to
back to the
the
Holy
yeah
Grail.
to the yeah to the kegs of Colt 45.
Damn you, Web
We need
One.
see. Yeah,
Ah, so listen, guys,
there you have it.
we need to find this cat. We need to rehash, dig up these old bones, and get back on track.
Exactly.
Colt
Find him. We
45.
want to find him. We want to see.
Colt 45 is in contact with us, and we need to do as a community of the Bumwine Bob Mafia, however we want to call ourselves, and come together and do this research because they're obviously on board. they're just sitting back in the shadows. They want us to do the legwork. But I think once it happens, we're in the clear. I really believe that.
Yeah, we got to get over that hump.
Yeah.
And see it. And if we can find the man behind the Colt 45 experience and really pick his brain and see what went into this website, how did it come about? I know Roadhouse and myself, we would love to sit down with him and have a conversation. We'll get a couple 40s of Colt 45.
I mean,
I don't think we got a keg, but we'll get some 40s. We'll match
I'm
it.
over 20 years invested in that website.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always been a frontline fighter for Colt 45 in one way or another. I mean, I guarantee you they've gotten 2 or 3 years of my salary over the last 20 years.
Yeah. When you break down the pennies and nickels,
$1.89 at a time.
yeah, you're like, okay, that was 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
You made some money, guys. You
Yeah.
made some money off of us here, so we would like to have you repay that favor to us, and let's make some magic happen. We'll leave it at that there. And as we said, if you know Mr. Billy D or whatever name he's going by behind the Colt 45 experience, so let us know, and we would love to reach out to him and find him. And if you stumbled across us on the vintage Colt 45 commercials, be it the Bucking Bronco one or the Billy D's, welcome aboard. And where we celebrate the best of the worst in cheap booze, all the bottom shelf, bum wine, beers, 40s, malt liquor. You want Colt 45, you want the classics. We have you covered here, as we like to, bring it back to the forefront. It's all the stuff you grew up on, about it's the nostalgia, but it works every time,
Yes,
and
it
still works today. Colt 45, I mean, it's smooth, man. I mean, there's no BS in there.
Yeah.
I mean, we can sit there and you can drink like a Steel Reserve, and you can drink it and get past it, and you can enjoy it.
Yeah.
But it's got some bite to it. But like a Colt 45, man, that's
works
smooth
every time.
That's smooth, man. That's smooth. It works out there. So tell your friends. Subscribe. Or the 500th subscriber celebration here. As long as you bastards don't unsubscribe now, but but join us on this journey as we move along from 500,
new mission,
750, 1,000, and beyond. And anything else you guys want to see us cover, let us know. Get out there, get searching at bottom shelf. You want us to go into the archives, the Dirty Bird, Night Train, Cisco. We'll do our part.
Yeah,
what you want
to hear from you.
Just let us know. Any request, or you don't have to have ESP like Roadhouse here. When our good buddy David was like, "Hey, you should have some Beast Ice," and then this guy pulls out a 40 of it. So you never know what you're gonna get here. That's why you got to subscribe, because every day something new pops up.
Yes,
new, old, you never know. So tell your friends. So. Roadhouse, anything else you want to say before we sign off here today?
I've spoken enough.
He said
everybody knows what we want.
Yeah, he said his part. We did the Colt 45 experience. Track down Billy D. And we're more than happy to have the real Billy D on here with us too. If he wants to come in and join us, we're always open to have some Colt 45 with Billy D. Williams. So if you know him, let him know. If you know the Billy D behind the Colt 45 experience, let him know. And tell your friends to check out the website at bumwinebob.com. Subscribe to the Bumwine Bob YouTube channel. And until next time, cheers.
Cheers. Motherfuckers!